New information tonight about a woman gunned down in a Parkville apartment complex over the weekend. As WMER2 News' Jeff Hager reports, the victim had recently been involved in a domestic violence dispute.
Shakeia Allen knew her man had a short fuse, but the Baltimore Police Department was well aware of it too, having been called to their home multiple times for domestic violence incidents. It all came to a boiling point in February 2024, when Shakeia called the cops on her ex-boyfriend. She was trying to break free from his grip and get out of the hellhole they shared. And when they finally arrested him the next day, he willingly gave up the gun he had stashed in his waistband, according to reports. But that wasn't enough to stop him from pursuing Shakeia on April 21st, 2024. Cell phone footage captured her desperate attempt to escape as she ran through an apartment complex with her former lover, hot on her heels. "I saw him strolling like he owned the place, gun in hand," a witness told one of the local stations covering the story. But by the time the police arrived, it was already too late for Shakeia. In her final moments, caught on camera, she can be heard screaming for help and pleading with her attacker, "I have a restraining order against you." It was a cry for mercy that would go unanswered. The video footage reveals the brutal reality of Allen's death. In broad daylight, she is shot down like an animal by a ruthless gunman who casually walks away from the scene. When the authorities finally arrive, they find her lifeless body riddled with bullets on the pavement. This was no random act of violence. The police are labeling it as a targeted hit. But despite Allen taking measures to protect herself with a restraining order just a week prior, it wasn't enough to save her from this senseless tragedy. It's sickening how easily someone's life can be taken away. The suits at Baltimore County Homicide have swooped in, claiming jurisdiction over this case. And to any and all who possess information, do not delay. Anonymity can be guaranteed.
By the time police responded, the damage had been done.
When officers arrived, they located a female suffering from apparent gunshot wounds in the parking lot of the establishment. The victim was pronounced deceased here on scene.
In the initial stages of the investigation, police said they didn't feel there was anything random about this shooting. They believed that the victim had been targeted. Police have now identified the victim as 27-year-old Shakeia Allen, and court records suggest that in recent months, police had been to her former home on Bayberry Road for multiple domestic disturbances. In late February, police responded to a report that her ex-boyfriend had assaulted her while she was trying to move her things out of the home. When they arrested him the next day, he surrendered a handgun that he had holstered inside his waistband. While police still haven't named a suspect in her murder, just last week a hearing for a protective order involving both parties was dismissed.